Let's talk about the Frappuccino. It's more than just a drink, it's a cultural icon, a symbol of indulgence, and for many, a daily ritual. But with so many variations and new contenders emerging, it's time to revisit this beloved beverage. The icy, whipped cream-topped Starbucks classic, a treat that has defined a generation of coffee lovers. Starbucks just launched the Strato Frappuccino, a new addition to their ever-expanding lineup. Promising dramatic layers and bold coffee flavor, it's designed to be a feast for the eyes as well as the palate. The internet's buzzing with reviews and opinions flooding social media. But does it live up to the hype, or will it fade into the background like so many other fleeting trends? Or is it just another overhyped, quickly melting letdown, a sugary disappointment in a cup? So here's the plan. We're not just going to take the internet's word for it. A head-to-head showdown, a battle of the Frappuccinos. In one corner, the new Starbucks Strato, the challenger, the newcomer looking to dethrone the classics. In the other, my homemade Avalanche Frappuccino, a testament to the power of DIY coffee. We'll break down both drinks, examining every aspect. Construction, the art of layering and blending, texture, the feel of the drink in your mouth, and, most importantly, taste, the ultimate deciding factor. First, we'll grab a Strato from Starbucks, venturing into the heart of the Frappuccino empire, and see if it delivers on its promises, if it lives up to the hype that surrounds it. Then, we'll head to the kitchen, our laboratory of coffee experimentation, and build the Avalanche, crafting our own version of Frappuccino perfection, aiming for richer coffee, a more intense and satisfying coffee experience, better texture, a smoother, creamier, more luxurious mouthfeel, and a foam that actually holds up, a stable and lasting topping that doesn't disappear in seconds. No copying, just improving, taking the Frappuccino to the next level. Can we outdo Starbucks at their own game? Can we create a better Frappuccino at home, using simple ingredients at home? The kind of ingredients you can easily find in your kitchen. Let's find out. The ultimate Frappuccino face-off is about to begin. First up, the official Strato Frappuccino. Visually it's decent. Layered coffee base, milkier middle, whipped cream on top. But the ingredients? Coffee, milk, ice, and a cocktail of syrups and stabilizers. The first sip, icy, thin, and a bit gritty. The blend separates fast, leaving a watery base and limp foam. The coffee flavor is weak, buried under a tidal wave of sugar. The promised layers? Barely there. It's more a sweet, generic milkshake than a bold coffee drink. Verdict: it's fine for a sugar rush, but not the layered, premium experience advertised. The coffee gets lost, the texture's rough, and the layers are more suggestion than reality. It's a solid baseline, but we can do better. We need stronger coffee and a creamier, more stable texture. Let's raise the bar. Alright, let's get started. It's time to build our very own Avalanche Frappuccino, right here in the kitchen. We're going to take you through each step, ensuring a delicious and visually stunning result. We start with the heart of any great coffee drink, real, freshly brewed espresso. We need 2 strong shots to give it that robust coffee flavor, and we'll let them cool slightly to prevent melting the ice too quickly later on. Next up is our sweetener. Homemade simple syrup is the way to go, because it lets us control the sweetness level perfectly. Plus, it dissolves seamlessly into the cold drink. Now, into the blender goes our cooled espresso, followed by creamy whole milk. Then we add a generous scoop of ice and a splash of our homemade simple syrup. We blend it all together until it's perfectly smooth, no gritty ice here. We want a velvety texture that melts in your mouth. Now for the secret weapon, a stabilized cold foam. This isn't just any foam, it's designed to hold its shape beautifully. We start with heavy cream, for that luxurious richness, and then add a touch of simple syrup, and the magic ingredient, mascarpone cheese. We whisk it all together, incorporating air, for a rich, dense topping that's both flavorful and structurally sound. The mascarpone is the key here. It keeps the foam thick and stable, preventing it from collapsing and adding a luxurious, creamy texture that elevates the entire drink. To assemble our masterpiece, gently pour the dark coffee blend into a tall glass, leaving room for the foam. Then, with care, gently spoon the mascarpone foam on top, creating that beautiful layered effect. The result? Distinct layers that catch the eye, and absolutely no separation between the coffee and the foam. It's not just a pretty drink, it's a visual promise actually delivered. A testament to the care and quality of the ingredients. It certainly looks like a winner, but the ultimate test is the taste. That's what will truly decide if we've nailed it. This is how you turn a simple idea into something truly special, right in the comfort of your own home. No need for expensive coffee shops. Ready for the taste test? Let's see how our homemade Avalanche Frappuccino stacks up against the real deal. The moment of truth has arrived. It's time for the blind taste test, where we'll put our homemade avalanche up against the Strato in a head-to-head battle. 2 unmarked glasses, carefully prepared to ensure a fair and unbiased comparison. 1 Strato, the popular choice, and 1 avalanche, our contender. The stage is set for an epic showdown of flavor and refreshment. Enter Dave, our impartial, coffee-loving judge. He's a seasoned veteran of the coffee scene, with a discerning palate and a passion for the perfect brew. He starts with Glass A, taking a tentative sip to assess its aroma and initial taste. Very sweet, mild coffee, almost overwhelmingly so. Icy, a bit generic, lacking a distinct character or depth of flavor, more dessert than coffee. It seems like the sweetness is masking any real coffee notes. Then Glass B, a new experience for his taste buds. Whoa, strong espresso, a bold and assertive flavor that commands attention. Less sweet, super creamy, with a luxurious texture that coats the palate. The foam's rich, almost like cheesecake. It adds a decadent touch to the overall experience. This is a grown-up drink. A sophisticated and nuanced beverage for the discerning coffee lover. After a few sips back and forth, carefully comparing the 2 contenders, the verdict is clear, the decision has been made. Dave picks Glass B, pointing to it with a confident gesture. Our homemade avalanche, the underdog, has triumphed. Without hesitation, a clear and decisive victory. Glass A is just sugar, an overly sweet concoction that lacks any real coffee character. Glass B is a real coffee experience, a genuine and authentic taste of coffee. The flavor's deeper, more complex and satisfying. The texture's better, smoother and more luxurious on the palate, and it tastes real. A testament to the quality of the ingredients and the care in its preparation. The people, well Dave, have spoken, and their verdict is clear. It's a landslide victory for the avalanche, a resounding triumph for homemade goodness. The homemade version delivers a superior coffee experience where the Strato falls short, failing to capture the essence of real coffee, real texture, real flavor. These are the hallmarks of a truly exceptional coffee drink. That's what sets it apart, elevating it above the competition. Let's crown our champion, the undisputed king of homemade frappuccinos, the Avalanche. The taste test was decisive. Dave chose the homemade Avalanche Frappuccino. The difference? Real espresso, creamy mascarpone foam, and a texture that holds up. The Strato is convenient, but it's more sugar than coffee and costs twice as much. The Avalanche? Less than half the price, and miles ahead in flavor and texture. It proves you can make a cafe-quality drink at home with just a little effort. So, are you Team Strato for convenience, or Team Avalanche for real coffee and real value? For me, the answer's obvious. I'll be making the Avalanche again and again. Try it yourself and see which storm you'd rather have in your coffee cup. Thanks for watching. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a Frappuccino to finish.